Yo, what's going on, guys? CultofMush back at it with another video, and in this video, I want to talk about PlayStation 4 games kind of coming over to PC. No, you're not going to be able to buy games like Horizon Zero Dawn on Steam. Unfortunately, that is not going to be a thing, and that should go without saying. However, the PlayStation Now service is going to allow gamers to stream PS4 games in 2017. There's an official post on the PlayStation blog, and if you guys don't know what PlayStation Now is, it's essentially Sony's streaming service that works on a multitude of platforms. It works on the PlayStation consoles, of course. I believe it works on the PlayStation Vita. It's been working on laptops, PCs, but for a while, all that was available on there was PS1, PS2, and PS3 games, and there were titles like Red Dead Redemption on there, which would kind of let you play Red Dead Redemption on PC. You would just be streaming the game, of course, but it would be streaming the game onto your PC, so it was kind of cool. And now we know that PlayStation 4 games are also going to be coming to the service. What PlayStation 4 games are coming, that's unknown at this point. I doubt that they would put the top tier marquee titles on there right away. I imagine something like Uncharted 4 could be on there because at that point it would be like a year old. But yeah, it's just interesting information nonetheless. Sony has been trying to push PlayStation Now for a while. They started offering different packages that will let you get the games cheaper, and really not a lot of people have jumped on board, and I don't really think a lot of people will, just because streaming games is something that's very foreign to most gamers. I personally don't really like it. There's input lag, and yeah, if you do have the supreme top tier internet connection, and if you're through a wired connection, maybe you can stream the games really well and it would be just like if you were playing it locally. However, the amount of people that have that kind of connection is very much in the minority. But yeah, it's still interesting information nonetheless. I'm sure some people will get on and check out games like Uncharted 4 and Bloodborne if those games show up, and then you wouldn't have to buy a PlayStation 4, and that's definitely nice. But personally, I'm just not a big fan of streaming games. I much prefer to download my games and play them locally, and I do think that Sony is trying with PlayStation Now to make it like a Netflix for games, but really I think they're doing a poor job with that, because streaming, again, I don't think it's something that a lot of gamers will pick up on. However, for those of you guys that don't know, Microsoft is also launching a similar service on Xbox One and I believe on PC too, and that service, it's $10 a month. It's got a specified catalog of games. I believe when they launch, they're looking to have over 100 games, and you can download them and play them as much as you want. Now on PC, it'll be interesting because obviously of those 100 games, not all of them will be playable on PC, but I'm sure some of the games that are cross-buy with PC and Xbox One, those games will be playable. But I really think that's the direction where PlayStation Now should go, because streaming is just not something that's viable right now. As much as we want to go on and on about, oh, it's the future, everything's online, you can stream this, stream that. Yes, you can stream movies through Netflix. Video games are an entirely different animal, and streaming those consistently with quality, that's just not something I don't think the majority of us can do. I doubt Sony would ever do a service like what Microsoft is doing and bring it over to PC. It's not like they're gonna make a service, PlayStation Game Pass, bring it over to PC and have games like Uncharted 4, Bloodborne on there. That's just not gonna happen. At least not in the foreseeable future, and you really can't blame Sony. I know a lot of people try to start up petitions, bring Horizon over to PC, bring Neo over to PC, bring Uncharted, Last of Us over to PC, and you guys have to understand that Sony has a business objective, and that's to sell PS4 consoles. Selling the games themselves are almost secondary. I'm sure Sony loves to sell millions of copies of every game they release, but at the end of the day, those games are being released as exclusives to drive console sales. And for those of you that understand how the gaming economics work, you can't really blame Sony for that. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Will you check out PlayStation Now if a game, say like Bloodborne or Uncharted 4, is available on the service and you can stream it on PC? Will you check it out, or is it just something like streaming games just not your cup of tea? And I definitely can't blame you on that. Streaming games is just not something I like to do. Input lag, artifacting, all that kind of stuff, I do not want to deal with it. Just let me download my games. But I know with some of you guys, maybe you don't mind it, and being able to stream Bloodborne or Uncharted 4 without a PS4, that still does sound pretty enticing for those of you that don't have the console. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching. If you have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments as well, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.